Do you know what the most important thing is that you can teach a horse that you're training to drive? It's not to walk or trot. The most important thing you can teach your horse is to stand still. Whoa is good also, but once they stop, they need to stand still. And this past week I was working with Teddy to gradually extend the time longer and longer for standing still. And he was really antsy about a week ago. For some reason, he just didn't want to hold still, so I decided to work with him. And I thought I would show you how it went. Here I'm walking him along the far side of the arena, and I'm going to ask him to stop. And I want him to stand still a little bit longer than what I just showed you on the opposite side. I want him to stand quietly. And the reason this is so important is pretty much self-explanatory. If you're getting in and out of the cart, or somebody else is getting in and out of the cart, you'll want your driving horse or pony or mini to stand quietly and not move forward until you ask them. And also, if you're driving somewhere on a trail, or if you're driving on the road, I don't do much, if any, road driving. It's the roads here, people drive too crazy for my liking. But what if you come to a traffic light and you need to stop, or you have to stop for some other reason? And as you can see here, Teddy's a little bit antsy, but he did very well. And each time I'm going to try it a little faster, and I'm going to try it from a trot. Now I'm going to trot him around and see how he's going to go, stopping and then standing quietly. But again, if you're on a road and you have a red light or a stop sign or something else where you have to stop and you need your horse to stand quietly, they need to know what stand still means. And that's what I say to Teddy. I tell him whoa, and then I tell him to stand still. And this time I'm going to make him stand here a little bit longer to see how he goes. And now I'm moving Teddy forward again at a trot. I'm going to bring him to a stop over here in the shade again. And this time I'm going to make him stand quietly a little bit longer. I bring him to a stop, a whoa, and now I'm going to tell him, stand still. And I'm sure you've noticed I'm driving again without blinkers on his headstall. I'm trying to have Teddy used to driving with and without. Next week, we will be on the rotation where we're going to use blinkers again. I want him to be used to it both ways. But he's standing very well here. Each time I'm extending the time a little longer right now. And we'll see how antsy he gets. And he's doing really well, though. I'm surprised. The flies are starting to get bad. I did put some fly spray on, so they're not bothering him too much. But once in a while, he'll stomp his hind leg or something. And he gets a little bit wiggly. He's looking back toward me now, getting a little bit antsy. But for the most part, he's only just turned 3. He's doing very, very well. Very pleased with Teddy. And I'm going to see if he'll stand a little bit longer before sending him forward again. And then you'll see me move him forward once more. Good job, Teddy. And Teddy's enjoying a little treat. He did really well today. It's very hot today, and but I think he did very well. He's coming along nicely with standing still. And for those who are not familiar with horses, the black thing you see on his face is his fly mask. I like to keep the flies off his face, but even more, I don't want the UV radiation from the sun to be on his eyes. Have a great week. I hope you enjoy some nice weather wherever you live. See you at our next update to share some more of my driving tips, things I'm doing with Teddy. Take care. Bye for now.